Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel 360 Crypto. And I'm excited. New day, strength in numbers, we grow together, guys. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, let's get this day started by looking at the crypto bubbles. Something I like looking at. So as we look at the crypto bubble, guys, I mean, there's a lot of movement, guys. I'm excited for a lot of these projects that are actually up. I'm actually in CRO myself. I got in about, I think, 75 cents. Again, guys, I am not rich. I am not a millionaire. I invest a little bit, whether it be $100 I put in. I double my money already. Another good project here, Gala, another metaverse token that's up. We have Sand still doing amazing. I have not heard of Rose. Egen I have heard of. I'm very disappointed on Vet being down, but as always, you know, crypto, there's always a up and there's always a down. So you just gotta keep adding to those bags, stacking those stats for BTC, and just hold on, guys. But there's a lot of great news in Bitcoin, so we'll start off by, this is something I want to bring up to you guys, an asset rank, right? Something I want to bring up to you guys. It's called asset ranks, right? As you can see, gold is leading the way with $11 trillion. Then you have Apple 2.6, then you have Microsoft 2.5, and you have Google at 1.9. But what keeps me excited is Bitcoin, right? It's in the top 10 at a $1.0 trillion. It already overtook Facebook. It already overtook Nvidia. It already overtook Berkshire Hathaway. This is Warner Bros. Portfolio, right? And you see Ethereum creeping right behind in the top 20. So it's only a matter of time, people, that we see Bitcoin in the top 5 with these, you know, with these other companies. Saudi Aramco, obviously they're an oil company. Bitcoin's not going away. Cryptocurrencies is not going away. New, it's the wave. It's going to change life. It's going to change how things are ran, I guess I can say, or just how these companies are doing things. Bitcoin sit about 57,000. We saw a low of 55 a few days ago. It's only going to either decline or go up, right? There's a lot of speculation right now going on in the market that Bitcoin could crash, that Bitcoin is not going to 98,000. To me, I'm not worried about where Bitcoin's at. I'm worried about how much money I can put in the market, whether it be $20, $10 every week, $5 every week to the market, and just keep adding to those bags. So right now the fear is about 33, 34. For me right now, when you see Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies in the red, I think it's a perfect time to buy. Especially me, I like to buy when it's red. Whether if I have $10 to $20, again, guys, I'm self-employed. I do Uber, I do Lyft, I sell stuff online. I created this YouTube channel because I like to express myself about cryptocurrencies, and I just want to build a community with you guys, and I want to be able to grow and learn with you guys as well. So the fear index right now is 33% fear. And then yes, last month was extremely greed. You know, obviously I think Bitcoin was at 69,000 a few weeks ago, was at 69. Right now is a good time to buy, right? I think it's the best time to buy it when we're in that fear index, right? But a lot of good stories coming out, especially, you know, El Salvador. They're actually making moves. I'm talking about they're actually adapting to Bitcoin, right? They're the ones actually saying, hey, we're here, we're the first nation, we believe in Bitcoin. And I guess, you know, they see the inflation as well with the US dollar. I know in El Salvador they use their currency and they use their dollar, but I'm excited that, you know, El Salvador is making headlines. And if you look at the headlines, they made headlines at 57,000 and they made headlines at 46,000. They didn't make no headlines when it was pumping. They made headlines when it's red. So what's happening in El Salvador, as most of you know, El Salvador plans to launch tax-free Bitcoin City backed by $1 billion in planned Bitcoin bonds. And I mean, this is amazing news. It's crazy to think that a small country like this is put on the map and they're the first nations leading doing cryptocurrencies, right? You know, and they're not worried about the volatility in Bitcoin. They're doing their plans and they're moving forward. Something that, you know, I told you we're gonna watch. We're actually gonna watch one of my favorite Pomp. I mean, I love this guy, and he gives a really good brief explanation of Bitcoin. So let's go look at them.
Over the weekend, President Bukele of El Salvador announced that he is going to create the world's first Bitcoin city. What the hell is Bitcoin City? Well, before we talk about Bitcoin City, we got to go back and remember El Salvador. Nobody really even knew where it was on a map before the beginning of this year. But in June at the Bitcoin conference here in Miami, they announced with a partnership of Strike and CEO Jack Mallers that El Salvador was going to make Bitcoin legal tender. They not only went ahead and proposed that legislation, got it passed a couple of days later, but on top of that, they have continued to execute over and over and over again. Not only is Bitcoin now legal tender in El Salvador, but on top of that, they also created a Bitcoin wallet and payment system called Chivo. Over 50% of Salvadorians, 6.5 million people in the country, have gone ahead and already downloaded it and started to use it. They also launched a network of 200 Bitcoin ATMs throughout their country and some in the United States as well. And then lastly, they also went ahead and created a Bitcoin mining facility that is plugged into a energy production facility that is built into the side of a volcano. Yes, they're using volcanic energy in order to mine Bitcoin. All pretty cool. Well, most people run around, they talk about Bitcoin, or they propose these magnificent plans. El Salvador has continued to say, this is what we're going to do, and then they go and they execute. And for a government, not only do they execute, but they execute at a very, very high level and very, very quickly. So when President Bukele over the weekend said that he was going to build Bitcoin City, a lot of people leaned in. What exactly does that mean? Well, the Bitcoin City is pretty simple. They are going to build a brand new city in El Salvador at the foot of a volcano. And that city is going to have a couple of key features. They're going to reimagine and use a renewal of old ideas around energy, around space, and around taxation. When you start to think about what that really looks like, the first is that they are going to plug the city into the volcano. What do I mean by that? They are going to use that volcanic energy in order to make sure that there is zero CO2 emission, and that volcanic energy is going to be what will ultimately power Bitcoin City. On top of that too, space. They are going to build what looks like a circular type of city. That circular type of city will have a very open middle area, a gathering place for the people of the city. From an aerial view, they say that it will look like the Bitcoin logo in the middle of the city. But when President Bukele was talking about the creation of this new city and the layout, he specifically referenced Alexander the Great and all of the cities that he built back in ancient times. Alexander the Great built Alexandria, Egypt, and has built one of the most breathtaking geographic locations. And so now President Bukele is going to try to recreate a lot of that magic in Bitcoin City in El Salvador.
I'm excited. Like, I do plan to go visit El Salvador once this project starts. I'm actually half Salvadorian, so great news for me is I can potentially become a Salvadorian resident and invest my money over there. So, like, again, I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican, Salvadorian, American. Again, guys, I'm growing with you guys. I'm learning how to speak better on the YouTube channel, trying to learn how not to pause as much. I'm only growing with you guys, and I love talking about crypto. And again, my goal is one day to interview with Palm. I can't really interview him, so we have to watch his videos, but I'm just excited, guys. Another great news too is that NFL wide receiver Odell Beckham superstar is going to be taking his salary in Bitcoin, and they actually teamed up with Cash App in order for him to do that. And he actually tweeted that he's going to be giving away $1 million worth in Bitcoin. So he's actually the second NFL player to accept his salary in Bitcoin. First was Roger, and I believe now it's him. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you know other sport players that are taking their salary. But I'm excited, and I'm also a big Los Angeles Rams fan. That's an exciting news. Now, going back to one of the groups that I'm in this group called Back in One Trade, and a good friend of mine, his name is Josh Lee. He goes by Tweet Bomb. He actually gave out, example what can happen. So it says right here, BTC update. Things did look hard for a time, but we can test 3D demand perfectly for a nice bounce. Would love to see us close about 60 going into the weekly close, which I think then we can start making our way to 70 and beyond. Weekly close below 57.4. I think we revisit 50.48K. So in other words, he's trying to say right here that if we close higher on the weekly chart for above 60, then we can go into 70, launch into 70. Anything below 57.4, then we're going to revisit 50 to 48. And then he also talks about Ethereum. So I know we don't talk about too much about Ethereum here, but as we look at the chart, this is what he's talking about, the demand, right, for Bitcoin. So this is what he's talking about. If our low closes around here under for the weekly chart, then we're going to see a chance that we revisit the 58 to to about 40K. So we're hoping the weekly of this week we close above 57 in order for us to launch into 70,000 and beyond, right? And then he gives out another explanation for Ethereum, and he actually says Ethereum looks so much cleaner than BTC. This is a textbook SR flip, and it's only a matter of time before Ethereum makes its way towards 5K and beyond, which will be perfect for another alt season cycle. Want to see us hold above 4K on a weekly close. Otherwise, I think we revisit 36. A chart looks very solid. So again, what he's trying to say here is if we can close about 4K on a weekly RSI, the chart, then chances are we can hit 5K, 6K, and then it's alt season time, baby. That means all your altcoin bags that you're holding will start bouncing, and you'll start making some gains, 10%, 20% gains. Again, guys, just hold on to your guys' bag. Hold on to those bags. You know, this is what he means by looking at the chart. He wants us to close around here, and if we go anything under here, then we have a problem. We might not see no alt season, right? Going back to the last update he hasn't said, he says Ethereum BTC haven't updated on this chart. We technically did put in a HH on a daily and 3-day close, which is somewhat bullish, still wanting us to flip to 0.0772 so that literally euphoria can begin, and then just chill and look for DeFi opportunities. What he's talking about here, there's a lot of great opportunities with DeFi that he's actually into. He's actually in OHM, Time, SPA, Tempo, SB, Luna. There's a lot of great projects, guys. I mean, if you're a holder and not a trader, like myself, I am not a trader. He actually does trade. These are the coins that you want to be able to hold, and you want to be able to earn that interest just for holding APY. So there's a lot of great projects. There's one project that we're trying to get into. It's called Tempo DAO. We hopefully to get in here. I haven't said much, but they're going to do the pre-sale on the 25th, and I honestly think DeFi is here to stay. DeFi 2.0 is here to stay, and these banks are not paying 8%, 1% or nothing like that. So I honestly think this is a great move for DeFi and for bag holders like myself that are willing to hold and put more money into the market. And for someone like you that might not be able to trade, like I don't know how to trade, I am not a technical analysis guy, I'd rather buy and hold. I believe that DeFi projects are the way to go, guys. So once again, guys, thank you for stopping by to the 360 crypto channel. We're still learning, we're still growing. I'm only getting to get better over time and strengthen numbers, guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Love you guys. See you guys in the next one.